What is going on, YouTube? So this is going to be a little bit of a different style video because I'm going to be doing a little commentary over this chest day and explaining or answering one of the most common questions I get, and that is how to get a big chest. I wouldn't say I necessarily have a big chest, but proportionately to everything else, my chest is probably my most impressive thing, along with my legs, I'd say. But I don't really train legs because of an injury that still getting over, but whatever. So really quickly, to explain what I'm doing here is I'm doing incline bench because I'm trying to, my lower chest is a lot bigger than I would like it, and I've just been evening that out with incline movements. So all the incline movements that you see me doing, you can always substitute for like flat bench if you want to prioritize your lower chest more. But from an ex-powerlifter, my lower chest blew up way more than I wanted it to. But this is you could follow the same workout with flat bench or whatever. But yeah, so what I recommend for these little chest days is to kind of take a power building approach to it. And I think that's probably the best way for every body part. But for my first, my primary movement, which is incline bench, I have 205, which I was doing a little ego lifting move. I was going for a 5x5, but that obviously didn't go very well. So a little bit of ego lifting. So I decided to call that a top set of 3 and do a 3x5 for back down. So here are my 3x5 back downs, and that's kind of like my powerlifting heavy kind of set, which is still gonna work on hypertrophy, but it's just gonna pretty much strengthen your chest so you could move more weight and get stronger and bigger overall. But it's also fun, like being able to lift more weight, and a little bit of ego lifting's fun. But yeah, so I'll do this, and then I guess I'll explain when I move on to the next stuff. But essentially how my chest blew up, kind of blew up out of nowhere, and that's because, and I didn't know why, but thinking about it, I realized that when I injured my leg, I obviously couldn't train legs. So on those leg days, or not both of my leg days, but one of those leg days, I usually go in the gym and just mess around, like talk to friends and blah blah blah, and I would always like get a little chest bump. So I was basically training chest 3 times a week. So to simply put it, if you have a weak body part, I will always tell people, don't be scared of overtraining. I remember when I first started, I would always see these YouTube videos, and people would always say like, oh, don't overtrain, this is the number one thing that people make mistakes on, and it'll hinder their whatever progress and blah blah blah. So I was always scared of overtraining. I still train hard, still train each muscle group 2 times a week, and that's what I recommend. But if you are lacking on a certain muscle group, you can always train that an extra day. I believe so. That's my little bro science. But so yeah, and then another thing is I'm doing overhead press here. I did a 3x6, I think. I only recorded 2 sets though. And the reason I do overhead press is because I do push days. It's not really chest days, but I do push days where I'm also training my shoulders, which I think shoulders are very important part of your physique. So definitely work on those. Here I'm doing incline bench. When I do incline, I usually don't count my reps, but I usually keep it around like 8 reps, try to get around there. But yeah, so this is moving on to more hypertrophy. 8 to 10 reps is usually what I stick around. I really don't like going any more than that, because I don't know, I just feel like the heavier I go, the more progress I get. But and then some lateral raises. I like to superset these between my incline sets, and then I'll also do more lateral raises at the end of my workout. But another thing I guess I should mention is, if you are just trying to get bigger overall, make sure you're eating in a caloric surplus, or even main gaining. I'm not too sure how well that works, but for me personally, I'll always try to be in a caloric surplus, trying to gain fat, or trying to gain weight, I should say. But yeah, and then also another thing is if you're like a teenager and you have like high test, and which you should if you're a teen, you really, if you're in a caloric surplus, you shouldn't be gaining too much fat. So I wouldn't be too worried about gaining too much fat when you're bulking. So just bulk, because that's really the best thing to do, especially if you're a teenager, when you're still growing, your brain's still developing, everything's still developing. You want to be giving your body nutrients. So yeah, then I'll usually move on to cable flies, incline again, doing my upper chest, because I just think the upper chest is more aesthetic to have, like, proportionate, I guess. As of now, I wouldn't necessarily say my lower chest is unproportionate to my upper chest, because I have been working on that for the past 8 months, I'd say. I've really just been focusing on upper chest kind of things and kind of stopped powerlifting and whatever. So yeah, if this helped you, leave a like down below, comment. This is a pretty low effort video, so I'm not sure if I covered everything. I'm pretty much just like cut these videos together, cut some stuff, turn the volume down, and recorded this little voiceover. But yeah, if you want to see more videos like this, let me know.